right, welcome to Full Swing lesson number 1. We're going to be talking about 3 different factors with the full swing. It's an acronym, GAS. GAS stands for grip, aim, and setup. These 3 things are the most important in the full swing. One slightly off can make a big difference in your ball flight and accuracy. So making sure that the mechanics are down with the grip, aim, and setup is your first priority in the golf swing. So let's start off by talking about grip. With the grip, what you want to do for a right-handed player, we'll talk about right-handed, left-handed will be opposite, and we can talk about that in a second. With your right-handed player, first thing you do is you want to put the grip in your fingers of your hand. If you put it in the palm, that restricts the movement that you are going to need to be able to swing the golf club. So putting it in the fingers first, you're going to wrap your hand around to close it up, and your left thumb is going to be in the 1 o'clock position if you were looking at a clock. Okay? You'll also see a bit of a V in your hand, and that you want pointing up at your right shoulder. Okay? So biggest thing, fingers, close up, thumb, 1 o'clock. Next, you're going to put your right hand on. You're going to go all the way up to your left hand, again in the fingers, not in the palm. From there, you are going to cover your right thumb with the pad of your right hand. What I like to say is your left thumb is a hot dog, right hand is a bun, cover the hot dog with the bun. So it's going to sit in the pad of your right hand. Right thumb is going to be at 11 o'clock. Okay, so you've got 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. From here, you'll lift your hands up. There are 3 different types of grips. This is the 10-finger or baseball grip. If that's the most comfortable for you, please do so. Any of these 3 grips, none of them right, none of them wrong, whatever's most comfortable. So that's the 10-finger or baseball grip. Next one is called the overlap, where your pinky sits right on top of that first finger. That's what about 90% of golfers use. Most comfortable for me, but it can be just personal preference on whatever is right for you. Third one is the interlock. About 10% of golfers use this one. Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, very good golfers use this one. Personally, I feel like I'm going to break my fingers off doing this, not comfortable for me. So, one of the 3 grips, whatever is most comfortable, 10-finger, overlap, interlock. Biggest thing, again, in your fingers, thumb's in the correct position, right hand is covering your left thumb. Biggest thing in golf, proper grip. Gotta have that to make anything happen. Okay, so that's the grip. We'll come back to that in a second. Next, we're going to talk about your setup. Okay, so setup, you're going to want your feet about shoulder width apart. If you're any further than that, it is going to restrict what you need to do for weight transfer, which we'll talk in a minute, but you won't be able to move your body the way you need to in the golf swing if you have your feet too wide. So about shoulder width apart. From there, you're going to put your fingers on your hips, and you're going to bend over from the waist, kind of like you're sticking your butt out. Then you're going to give a slight knee bend. You've probably heard many times in golf, bend your knees. It's not too much of a bend. That will inhibit what you want to be doing with your golf swing. So just a slight knee flex, kind of like a defensive position in multiple sports, in basketball, in volleyball, in any kind of sport. You're kind of in a defensive position. From there, you're going to drop your arms. You may have heard keep your arms straight multiple times. Kind of a myth in golf. If you are straight, you are tense, and tension is the #1 killer in golf. So yes, they are straight to the point of you're not bending your elbows, but not for tension. Not where you're reaching, not to where you're making your arms as straight as possible. So straight, but no tension, and you are in the golf setup. Okay? From there, I'm going to do the grip along with it. Okay? So gripping the club, nice golf setup. Okay? So we have the G and the S of the GAS acronym. Okay? So we have grip and we have setup. From there, we're going to go with aim. So if you want to come back here. Aiming, we want to make sure that all parts of our body are aiming in the proper direction. So when I say all parts of our body, talking feet, hips, shoulders. We want to make sure they're all in line. We don't want our feet over here, hips over here, and shoulders over here. Everything in line. So, towards my target, I've got my feet, my hips, my shoulders, all parallel and all in alignment. Okay? So, when I come up to the golf ball, I am going to make sure that I'm in line, all 3. I'm going to get my grip. I am going to get my setup. And now I've got the GAS acronym going. I've got grip, aim, and setup. If you have these 3 things done with your golf swing, this will help tremendously in every aspect of your golf game. Okay? And the last aspect, when we're actually swinging, everybody's golf swing is different, but the biggest aspect of the golf swing is getting to your finish when you are done. So, when I am done with my golf swing, I want to make sure I have all of my weight on my left foot. I want to make sure my hips are pointed at my target, my shoulders are pointed at my target, and my foot. This is just a kickstand. This is just for balance. I could lift this foot up and I would have all of my weight on my left foot. Okay? So, biggest thing is you're getting to that finish every single time with your golf swing. So here's what it looks like all together. Grip, aim, setup, and I'm finishing on my left foot. Okay? Gripping, making sure my feet, my hips, my shoulders are aligned. I've got my setup, and I'm gonna finish my swing. Holding till the ball lands. And that's it for the GAS setup acronym for the full swing.